Hello and welcome to tonight's presentation. Thank you for taking your time out of your evening to join me. You're here tonight because someone cared enough about you to share with you something that's changing their life. You may be interested in losing a few pounds. You may be interested in having more energy and sleeping better, in looking and feeling younger. Or you may also be looking for a way to create a secondary income, something that could take the pressure off your finances and create more space in your life to spend time doing the things you love most. My name is Maura Lustig, and I'm privileged to be your host for the next 30 minutes. And what I'm excited about is helping people to become radically healthy and create the kind of cash flow that lets them spend time doing the things that they love. I am even more excited now than I was when I joined Isagenix 7 years ago. Before Isagenix, I was stressed, I was overweight. Quite frankly, I was overwhelmed. I was starting to really feel my age. I was 52 years old, and I was thinking, oh, I guess this is just the inevitable decline of getting older. Whoa, has my opinion ever changed today? Because I was introduced to this program by one of my life coaching clients who, quite frankly, the way she looked, I felt left out. She had so much more energy, and she was losing weight, and she felt like $1,000,000, and it was like, whoa, tell me more about that. And my husband and I decided to put it to the test. It was a dramatic shift for us. Even though we were already eating clean, doing a lot of things right, we were amazed by the amount of energy we felt. It was like someone turned on a light switch in our bodies. Our mood improved, and we went on to release weight. I mean, I dropped 25 pounds in 6 weeks. That was 3 dress sizes. I can still remember spinning around in my skinny jeans again for the first time in ages, looking in the mirror and saying, I'm back. And my husband, he lost 25 pounds the first month. He lost 50 pounds in 90 days. Like, it was just like, we just feel so much younger. And that, I mean, 7 years ago, I dropped 3 dress sizes, and I've stayed the same size ever since. I got rid of my fat clothes, and I've never had to buy them again. And of course, we shared this with others. People were asking us what we were doing. As a result, we also, first of all, our products were paid for, but then very quickly, it became so much more than that. And it's given us a lifestyle that we only dreamed of before. So tonight, I want to emphasize the fact that we don't sell Isagenix. We educate, you decide, and we support. My goal is to provide you with information that will help you learn about what we are all about, help you decide on what to do, and we will be supporting you in that new goal. We share our experience, and we educate others about the way nutritional cleansing transforms the body, and you decide, we support. Well, perhaps you know someone who's embarrassed to go to the beach, or someone who doesn't like what they see in the mirror. Just imagine. Imagine the possibilities. You know, many of us have been conditioned to develop certain habits in our lives which see us following a certain job. And, you know, the question is, are you happy doing what you're doing today? Or is it because it's all you know? Are you living your ideal life? Are you doing what excites you? Until the pain of remaining the same hurts more than the pain of change, most people prefer to remain the same. Look back a year ago. What were you doing? Were you doing the same thing today then as you are now? Has anything changed? Now look ahead 1 year. What will you be doing? Imagine it's a year from now. What's changed or what stayed the same? And how does that make you feel? So is your head in the sand? Are you doing what someone else expects you to do? Think about what made you choose to be where you are today. Remember, there's no right or wrong, and you have full control of your life. The average person works 40 hours a week for 48 weeks in the year for at least 45 years in their life. That's a majority of society do this within 4 walls around people other than the ones they love, only to get 4 weeks of rest a year, just enough to recover and then do it all over again. Those who haven't faced their own reality will often do this without being really happy in what they're doing, just going through the motions day after day. So what are the challenges we are facing today? Stress from finances, from relationships, from lack of nutrition. We have low energy, there's pain, there's an obesity epidemic, people are aging prematurely. We live in a toxic environment. And more people are working longer and longer hours, sometimes working 2 or 3 jobs instead of just 1. and many people are doing staycations instead of vacations because they just can't keep up with the bills. Global weight loss. We have an obesity epidemic, and this is just the beginning. More people are obese and overweight in the world right now than in the history of mankind. Question is, do you see this as a problem or an opportunity? And for the first time, this generation of children is actually not expected to outlive their parents. That's how bad our health crisis is becoming. So why? What's contributing to this? Fast food. Unfortunately, the products and the images here are what many people are feeding their families today. Food that's fast, that's cheap, and nutritionally bankrupt. It's easy and it's delicious sometimes, but whoa, what's it really costing us to do this? In addition to the opportunity presented with weight loss trends, we're also seeing a major rise in the anti-aging or youthful aging category. And the fitness industry is exploding as people are joining gyms and getting more active. Youthful aging products, of course. I mean, there are more people over 65 years of age in this period than any other period of our history before. The baby boomers have major spending power, and they don't want to get any older, so they will do whatever it takes to age looking and feeling as young as possible. Do you see an opportunity here? I sure do. In addition to the opportunity, like 10,000 people are turning 65 every day. This is a world-class partnership. Yes, this is the right company. Over a decade of, in fact, actually, we just celebrated our 13th anniversary. John Anderson, on the bottom right corner, is known as the Mineral Man. He is famous in the nutritional industry, passionate about trace minerals, and has, over the years, Isagenix actually created 2,300 different private label products for 600 companies internationally. Just an amazing formulator and passionate about finding ways to help people rebalance their bodies, to cleanse, replenish, and rebalance. And he partnered with Jim and Kathy Coover up on the top left corner. Jim and Kathy Coover have a solid background in the network marketing industry. Jim having taken a nutritional company in the early 80s to $1 billion in a very short period of time, and Kathy, the top income earner in 3 different network marketing companies, and just she's brilliant at training, and they both have just the most amazing hearts. I mean, this really is their way of giving back to the world, to create a legacy, to do it right. And Eric Coover, their son, I mean, when I talk about creating a legacy, he is following into his parents' footsteps. This young man is an amazing human being and a wonderful ambassador. Isagenix is on a mission, and that is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest health wellness company in the world. That is something that aligns with my values about helping people transform physically and financially, giving them freedom. Isagenix is making headlines left, right, and center. The Stevie Awards, I mean, they've won so many, I've lost count, and that's like the Oscars. And now well over $3 billion in cumulative sales. In fact, this year alone, they are expected to earn over $1 billion just in a one-year period. Here's a stat I'd like to share with you. There are 1,000 new companies crop up every year, but only 10% of them will survive their first 2 years. In fact, only 80 companies have ever reached the 100 million mark, and only 52 of them have made it to 10 years and counting. Only 50 have ever reached the 300 million in sales mark. And remember, I said we're at 3 billion. Only 5 continue to grow in their domestic market, and only one of those is not a multi-level company, and that company is Isagenix. Question: what will you do in the next 5 to 7 years? Because that can set you up financially for the rest of your life. Isagenix will reach $1 billion in sales for 2015, and we're redefining network marketing and direct sales. We're being talked about in the industry as the company that's doing it right. This is a global opportunity. I need to change this slide because it's now in over 14 countries and counting. And here are some of those countries. So the question is, who do you know that might be in these countries? So what is it that makes Isagenix so dynamic? It's the fact that we are a solution-based company. We provide solutions in 4 key areas: weight loss, energy and performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation. So we have an appeal to a broad demographic. We help male and female. We help old and young. People with different goals all respond incredibly well to nutritional cleansing. And wealth creation is just the most amazing. This is an amazing way of helping people become more free to choose what they want to do with their lives. So let's talk about weight loss right now. Kellyanne Zander, 61 pounds. Kellyanne's a young mom, and she's a flight attendant with Air Canada. And she joined Isagenix and decided to do the IsaBody Challenge. She and Craig Coleman in the middle and Jill Berth were all IsaBody Challenge winners. That's an amazing contest we have that costs you nothing to participate in, and the rewards are incredible. Anywhere from simply by participating to actually winning grand prizes such as $25,000 and cruises and just so many different things. But look at the weight loss. 61 pounds Kellyanne, Craig 130 pounds, Jill 131 pounds. And look at their skin. No sagging skin. They're not gray and sallow. They're not depleted. They've completely transformed and built their bodies. And this isn't a diet. Olympic athletes are enjoying Isagenix. Lori Harder on the left has been on the cover of Oxygen magazine I don't know how many times. Ray Lewis, the NFL linebacker, Shane Friels, a fitness competitor, he's trained professional athletes for years. People who are top-level athletes are flocking now to Isagenix because it's a way for them to get a competitive edge, to really shorten their recovery time, to really improve their strength and their stamina. Actually, I'm going to go back to that and point out to you one more thing. No celebrities, no famous athletes are ever paid to endorse Isagenix. They are doing this because it works and because they want others to know about it. Healthy aging. You know, I started originally because I wanted to lose some weight and I wanted to have more energy. That was 7 years ago. Not only did I get those results, I mean, I went on to do 5 half marathons in a 2-year period. I mean, this has just completely changed me. But healthy aging is what I also stay for. Kathy Coover on the left, 61 years old, unbelievable. I mean, talk about a walking billboard. She is so beautiful, and you would never know her age when you meet her. Dr. Michael Colgan, 75, he's a biochemist, a physiologist, a sports nutritionist. He's a best-selling author. He's, 75 and still doing one-arm push-ups. He coaches Olympic athletes. Carolyn Rodriguez, a dear friend and mentor of mine, she's 60 years old and, an Isagenix millionaire. And, after 7 years with Isagenix, I've already getting great results. She decided to really take on a personal challenge and transformed her body again. You decide what the goal is for you. You can play small or you can play big. Wealth creation. The people in this photo, every one of them is earning over $1 million a year. And they're not all one age. They're not all one, part of society. No, this is for all ages, all backgrounds. Anyone can do this, including you. Young Eric Coover. He's 26 years old, the son of Jim and Kathy Coover. He's on a mission, and that is to bring Isagenix into what we call the START group, people between 18 and 35 years of age. And it's incredible what's happened. I mean, jumping from 1,000 people to 30,000 people in the last 2 years within this demographic alone, taking off like wildfire. And I love their mission, which is to ignite all young people to own their lives physically and financially, and through their contributions to create freedom and a lasting legacy. So let's look at the solutions. Isagenix puts together systems. It makes it just so much easier. Yes, mix and match, you could do whatever you want, but what if you could simply, pick one system and put it to the test, knowing that pretty much everything was there that you would need to get started. And you can see how they've kind of, put them together in different categories to support the solutions: weight loss, energy, performance, and healthy aging. So let's talk about some of products in particular, okay? We have what are called the pillars of health. And they are, as you can see in this picture, the shake, the cleanse, the ionics, the Aegis Essentials, and Isagenesis, which is in here also product B. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time in more detail on what these individual products do and why they're so beneficial. Let's start with the shake. This is a delicious, creamy, nutritionally complete meal replacement that takes your health to new levels. It's a myo-isolene complex protein blend featuring 50% more high-quality whey protein. That's an undenatured whey protein from New Zealand. It's absolutely pure. The cattle there are never given antibiotics or steroids. They're never fed GMO. They're never fed corn. They're never confined. They're grass-fed only, and they're only milked seasonally. This is a different cow. This cow is probably the healthiest animal on the planet. Our shakes are soy-free. They're low glycemic. The original isolene shake is 240 calories with 24 grams of beautiful protein. Or we have the Isolene Pro, which has 36 grams of protein. And there's chocolate, there's vanilla, there's strawberry, there's literally something for everyone. In fact, we even have a vegan certified dairy-free shake, which is delicious. And you see here Cleanse for Life as well. This is a complete nutritional whole body cleanse that aids the body's natural ability to remove impurities. Cleanse for Life feeds and nourishes your body unlike traditional cleanses which deplete your body. It's not a laxative or a diuretic. It encourages safe and effective weight loss. It's helping you move your body into balance, into an alkaline state. It's helping to increase human growth hormone and lower cortisol in the body. It boosts mental and physical energy and endurance. It contains over 100 nutrients, including ionic minerals, antioxidants, and gentle cleansing herbs that help support the body's vital functions and immune system. Ionic Supreme. I love this stuff. In fact, I love everything in the product line. But what is it that's so special about Ionics? Well, it's a supercharged, nutrient-rich, rejuvenating drink that restores and protects the body and helps to increase your ability to perform mentally and physically. It's specialized adaptogens energize your cells and adapt your body to any form of stress. It contains over 100 specially sourced ingredients from around the world. Antioxidants, adaptogenic herbs help to support mental and physical performance, and it contains our advanced blend of trace minerals, which support the body's vital functions. And quite frankly, our formulator, John Anderson, is absolutely a brilliant man. And I'm going to go back here. Now, the Ageless Essentials, whole body nutritional support that combats aging at the cellular level. It's morning and evening packets. So you don't have to think twice. All you have to do is rip open the packet and swallow, rather than having to buy a whole bunch of individual bottles and open them and pour out some and count them and everything else. No. Just rip and chew, or not even chew, rip and swallow. So it's potent doses of coenzyme Q10, vitamin D3, resveratrol, 5 forms of calcium, and DAH and EPA omega-3 essential fatty acids to help slow the progressive degeneration of the body and provide total body support for immune, brain, vision, joint, and cardiovascular health. The advanced absorption delivery system and rapid disintegration ensures that the nutrients are getting into your body. They're being absorbed and they're being distributed throughout the day. Your daily dose of age-defying nutrients comes wrapped in these convenient packets, and they're gender-specific. Everything with Isagenix is vitamins. They're third-party tested, and they are pharmaceutical grade. There's no question about the quality with Isagenix. There is no compromise ever. And the last piece on here is Isagenesis. The old name for it was Product B. And this is about antioxidants and telomere support on a level imaginable. This is where it's about regaining and maintaining youthful cell function and healthy telomeres. Telomeres are part of the DNA. It's very important that their health be maintained, because when telomeres get short, that's connected directly with premature aging. So this is telomere support here. Vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, age-defying nutrients. It's scientifically formulated to protect the telomeres and promote higher antioxidant enzyme defenses. This product positively supports telomere health at a cellular level. More solutions. I mean, this is an entire grocery store of solutions that are all geared around nutritional cleansing. And there's one up in the top in the center of the line there that I want to mention, and that is the joint support and pain relief system. My husband's a chiropractor, and he can't even keep that product in stock in the clinic because the patients love it, and it just goes right off the shelf so quickly. I mean, we use it at home as well. I just love it. And I love everything in the product line. The e-shots here, man, this is stuff that really works. It's allowed me to redirect my grocery dollars, and it's changed my body and changed my mind in so many ways. So, yes, Isagenix products work. A few years ago, Dr. Krista Verity did an amazing clinical study at the University of Illinois in Chicago. She compared the 30-day cleansing and fat-burning system with the Heart Healthy diet, which is a very strict diet that patients are put on by doctors. Sometimes, like if they're obese and they need to have surgery, and the doctor will put them on this particular diet to help them trim down so that they can have surgery. So it's pretty serious. And they decided to sort of really pit the 30-day system against that diet to see, how well it compared. And the results were dramatic. I mean, 56% more weight loss with Isagenix, 47% more fat loss, and twice as much visceral fat loss. Visceral fat is the fat around the organs. It's a different color from the fat in the rest of the body. It's brown and sludgy. That's the stuff when you see someone with a big pot belly and stuff. This is visceral fat. It's the dangerous stuff. And the fact that Isagenix really focuses in on helping the body to eliminate that and toxins that are stored there. This is huge what this is doing for people. And the study has continued. Initially started by Dr. Krista Verity, it has been continuing with Dr. Paul Arciero at Skidmore College. And he's taken it out past the 30-day, and he's continuing on for 6 months and beyond. And what's really neat is that he's shown that after 10 weeks on the Isagenix products, subjects lost significant amounts of body weight and body fat. And as fat loss occurred, the study also showed that toxins were released, combined with elevated antioxidant protection. And here it goes on to just kind of show that a little bit further. Results after the first 6 months. I mean, just dramatic. And the compliance level. People love this. They stay on the products because they're getting the results, and the products are delicious. So more solutions. Skincare. After all, doesn't it just make sense that a company that has put together the most incredible nutritional cleansing system to restore the inside of the body, to restore the alkaline balance, would also put the same level of focus on skincare that does the same on the outside? So inside out and outside in. I love the Rejuvenity system. I use it every day. And dramatic improvement in the reduction of lines, in moisturizing the skin, and in just enhancing, longevity of the skin. So, better health and save money. Imagine the two things at the same time. I love it. And, we were so surprised when we first started the program. We thought this was going to be an expense for us. We were shocked to learn that even within the first month, we actually saved money on food because we were redirecting our grocery dollars. We were redirecting our health food store dollars, and we were eliminating unhealthy cravings. We had to stop buying so many groceries because food was going bad in the fridge that we no longer had cravings for. Look at the price comparison here, and look at the calories and the proteins and the different fat and fiber and all of that, and then to know that compared to a fast food breakfast of almost $6, an isolene shake. $3. And it's complete macronutrient dense meal that can be made in 30 seconds to a minute. You walk out the door, you feel like $1 million. You are charged and you are satisfied. So these are life-changing products, 100% guaranteed. I don't know any grocery store that does that the same way, where you walk in and if you decide you don't like something, you've already eaten it, that they're going to take it back. Isagenix, I mean, they're absolutely about no compromise and unbelievable customer service. And so where do you begin? Well, here you can see three systems. The 30-day system is on the bottom left. That's our core. That's the basic system. And then up on the top right is the President's Pack, which is our most popular way to start because it includes the core 30-day cleansing fat burning system with several things which make that, well, they just absolutely set you up for success and make your first month unbelievably fun. And of course, there's also the energy and performance system, maybe gearing a little bit more towards the athlete. So what does wealth mean to you? Does it mean being able to sleep in and not have an alarm clock? Does it mean being able to afford the vacation and actually make it be a longer one than you've ever had before? Just imagine. So, what is wealth? Robert Kiyosaki is a wonderful entrepreneur trainer. He really emphasizes the importance of different business models and how to break out of the status quo. Here's an example of identifying what is the definition of wealth. Well, it's the number of days you can survive without working and still maintain your standard of living. So if you suddenly couldn't work, how long could you survive? The goal is to develop a residual income, money that you get paid even when you're sleeping. So what are the different ways of generating an income? Employees, self-employed, that's active. Employed is active. Self-employed, you're having business for yourself, but do you really get to take a holiday? Sometimes we say, well, I'm business for myself, but you've actually, you've bought the business and it owns you. And then there's passive income. Maybe you own a large company and, people are working for you, but now you're an employer and you have to deal with brick and mortar overhead. You have to pay salaries. You have to deal with human resources. Every different way of making money comes with pros and cons. The ideal way to generate an income is to have something that you set it up once and it pays you forever. For example, I'll use an artist. Let's say someone is a musician and they create a song and they have royalties on it forever. Okay. So leverage. What is it about network marketing? Because network marketing is a way of creating that passive income. Well, how does that work? It's because you're building a lever. This is referral marketing. Imagine having 1% of the effort of 100 people instead of 100% of your own effort. Build this once and get paid forever. And in Isagenix, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. This is teamwork. This is building a circle of friends, of networkers. This is having tools and systems for support. All the training, everything is there for you. All you have to do is put the products in your body and have an emotional and visible experience that helps you understand why others deserve to know about this. Yes, you can create wealth too. This is a combination of all different types of people, ordinary people, but who are creating extraordinary results. The three people in this photo, on the left, Dave MacArthur, he was a mechanic. He was struggling. He was holding down 3 jobs. He was delivering papers. He had a young family that he couldn't afford to feed. He was struggling, and he was introduced to Isagenix. He now makes over $1 million a year. Carolyn Rodriguez, a flight attendant, 30 years as a flight attendant. Her husband was laid off his job, and she was introduced to Isagenix and realized she'd found a way out. Emily Vapra, beautiful young woman. She's a massage therapist, actually a former massage therapist, because now she and her husband earn over $1 million a year, and they did it in a short amount of time. Just wonderful young people and mature people, all different backgrounds, who have found a way to share with others something that could change other people's lives. You may be asking yourself, can I do this? Do I have the time? Is it worth it? Well, the answer is yes, because the person who does even better at this is a person who's actually already very busy, someone who can only squeeze this into the pockets of their lives. You can generate a full-time income doing this part-time just by being focused and, being coachable and learning what is income-producing activity and then delegating certain times to do that and being consistent with it. And the reward, financial independence, a body that you've dreamed of but haven't been able to achieve before, or that it's been a while. My goodness, wait till you see how you feel again. Be your own boss. I'm not building someone else's dream. I'm building my own. So why network marketing? Worldwide sales over 125 billion. It's the fastest growing segment in our economy. 82% of the women who make more than 100,000 a year, they do it through network marketing. This profession's created more six- and seven-figure earners than any other industry. It's the perfect business for the times. What should you be looking for in the perfect company? Company profile. What's the company's background? Are they solid? What's their track record? Who are the owners of the company? What's the compensation plan? Do I have to have a lot of experience, or can I start from scratch? Oh, I think it's probably 70 to 80% of the people in Isagenix had no network marketing background at all. Products. Are they something that I have to sell, or is it something that people are going to ask me about because they'll see that I love it? Yes, with Isagenix, there's an emotional and a visible result. They are affordable products. The only overhead I have is what I put in my mouth, and I would do it anyways. People want to use these products. And is there support? You bet. Unbelievable education and training. And this is a heavy focus on personal development. In other words, on you becoming your very best self. Because how do we build an income with Isagenix? We help it we do that by helping other people get results too. And am I in the right place at the right time? With over 12 years of experience, health and wellness, anti-aging trends, global reach, and growth still in our domestic market, and this is a legacy company. Absolutely. I'm so glad I was introduced to this company, and to think that because I said yes 7 years ago, thousands and thousands of other people have said yes since then. So you might be asking, well, how does this work? Well, it's as simple as you plus two and them plus two. You invite two friends to get healthy with you, and you invite them to help two friends as well. That's it. That's all it is. We just do that again and again. So how much would you make if you just did that? You earn in your first month $820 or more simply by inviting two friends to start with you. And let's say you decide to start with our most popular program, which I absolutely love, and that's the President's Pack, and you invite them to do the same. Well, Isagenix would give you $80 for each of their two programs, and then they would double it if you did that in the same week and give you $50 on top. That would be $370, and help your two friends to do the same. Invite two friends of their own, and bingo. It just keeps coming to after that. So this is easy and it works. Yes, can you find two people that want to be healthier and may want to make some money? Everyone knows two. Success doesn't come to you. You've got to go to it. Prejudge or assume anything about other people. This is all ordinary people just like you and me. I can tell you, I can show you, or you can experience the difference. This is net work, not net wish. Where else can you be paid to earn while you learn? And the only overhead is the food you eat, which makes you healthier than ever. We have a passion for helping others. We are liberating families. Imagine designing your own life. This is myself and my husband. You can see our before and after photos in the middle there. And I'm an artist. This gives me the freedom to travel and paint. And I get to spend so much more time with the love of my life than I ever would have if I'd been working 9 to 5. I generate a beautiful full-time income, working part-time from the comfort of my own home. I get to telecommute. All I need is a phone and a computer, and I meet new friends who need this all the time. We share the goal of helping them step into their power, to live with purpose and joy and contribute to the lives of others. I love being able to help. So again, this is a movement that's exploding. Isagenix is going from small to big. I don't know if it's for you or not, but I think that you'd love it and you could hit it out of the park. No dream is ever too small. No dreamer is ever too small, and no dream is ever too big. Thank you for taking the time to be with me this evening. Get back to the person who invited you to attend this webinar and get started with our President's Pack. It will be the best decision of your life. Thank you.